Good morning. Welcome to Arctic Edge Ice Arena here in Orland Park, Illinois, just outside Chicago. Game 4 of the Tier 1 Elite Hockey League Showcase. Fox takes on Buffalo. This is the game of the week for the Tier 1 Elite Hockey League Showcase. Posted all over their socials. A lot of eyes following this game. Number 6 versus number 7. Yes, I know. I just said that. Fox comes in 2-1. Beat North Jersey, beat Ohio, lost to St. Louis. Buffalo comes in 3-0. We're going to start Chase Hanrahan in net. Parker Delaney, Jack Granville, Ryan Cloister, Ryder, Adams, I'll take that back, Krotok and Langen, and Dillon. Face off, one forward by Ryan. Dillon gets chased in the corner. Dillon first one there, pokes off his stick. Dillon knocked off this puck. Ryder picks it off, has that taken from him. Buffalo behind the net. Dillon, forecheck. Puck past Ryan, in deep now. Puck in the corner. Chase thought about playing it. Leaves it for Andrew. Andrew peels out with this. Couldn't get it up to Dillon. Goes to Langen instead. Langen for Ryan. Ryan chips to Dillon. Dillon's got Ryder. Throws it in deep for him. Ryder with the reverse hit. Puck chipped along. Parker's going to step into this. Delaney on it. Got Granville up top. Hits him. Jack shoots. Save. Through the middle. Right back to Granville. Another shot. Glove save. Penny ball tie. Delaney Granville. It's off out of the zone. Gets by Parker. Parker with it. Side of the net, behind the net, cycles it for Granville. Granville skates out with it. Up the ball. Ball tries to go through the middle. That's Kai fans on this. Delaney steps, pokes this. Kai holds the blue line, taken away from him. Thrown all the way down. Icing arm is up and calm. Thornton and Taya Hartz now. Tied up, Buffalo with it. Tries to go through the middle, taken away, comes right back to him though. Exits the zone. Shift ahead, in deep now on Parker. Parker takes away the pass through the middle. Cycles it behind the net for Hartz. He gets there, ties this up with Granville. Buffalo comes away with a D side. Buffalo turned over. Granville skates over into the corner. Not going to get there. Tied up. Buffalo comes over with a chip behind the net. Wins this. Hart's with the body. Buffalo still with it. Hart's with another hit. Tuck in the corner, down low. Duraney on it. Over to Kale. Kale gets to the red line, flips in deep. Buffalo, goalie plays this D to D. Boyster out now, through the middle. Dylan gets a stick on this. Chip past Coops and Fink. Coops rims around hard for Dylan. Not going to get there. That's tied up. Ryan can't kick this ahead. It's out now. Buffalo with it. Thrown in deep. Hits Fink in the glove. Loose in the middle. Coops gets there. Throws it to Ryder. Ryder pokes to the middle. Ryan pokes around one. Ryan's got Dylan with him. Ryan enters. Shoots. Blocker save. Chip past Ryder. Tucked in deep. Chase out to play it. Behind the net. Chase rims this around for Fink. Too far. Buffalo takes it. Dylan kicks free. Dylan's off to the races with Ryder and Ryan. Over to, hits a skate on net. Ryder pokes it this save. Penny, Day, Kai, Langen, Kochel. Face off, Warren to Buffalo. Chip through the middle. On Langen's stick. Neutral zone. Langen to Kochel. Back to Langen. Tosses one to Kai. Chips out of the zone. Buffalo on it. Thrown right back in. Chase behind the net for it. Rims is hard around for Kai. Rides the dasher. Not out. Puck down behind the goal line. Langen has it the body. Puck rimmed in past Braxton. Andrew near corner now. Kochel ahead for Kai. Tips out of the zone. No icing. Day gives chase. Cycled behind him. Through the middle. Doesn't connect, but it's on Chase. He plays it. Rims. Hard around for Intea. Bad bounce. Jake steals the body. Parker with the puck. Throws this out for Hart. Hart enters the zone. Dragged in. Comes to Kale. Kale throws this in deep. Tied up. Gets down to Hart's. To Kale. Around one. Shot saved. Behind the net. Kale ties this up. Gets help from Hart's. Kicks it along to Mason. Tied up. Buffalo comes with it. Chipped off the glass. Granville swipes at it. Not going to glove this down. Icing arm is up and called. Ryan, Dylan, Ryder, Granville, Duraney. Face off. In Dylan's feet comes the Ryder. Hits a skate. Goes in deep on Buffalo stick. D near side now. Chips off the boards. No icing. Chase out to play it. Nope. Leaves it for Parker. Parker rims around one-handed. Tied up. Gets out from Granville. Behind that, Parker kicks to himself. Up to Dylan. Dylan's got Ryder in between the deep. Hits Ryder stick in deep. Goalie out to play it. Cycles it behind his net. He's the first one there. Off the boards. Parker gloves this down. Sends one through the middle. Buffalo takes this. Chip just past Ryan. Ryan backhands one along. Buffalo on it. Chips in. Fink steps. Folds this. Gets by him. Through the middle. Skipped off. Dylan stick right on Chase. He covers. Ball, Penny, Day. One by Buffalo. Shot through. Blocked by Penny. Shot wide. Off the back of the cage. Fink rims around for Day. Doesn't get this. It's out of the zone though. Penny chips at it. Day cuts it off. Uses the body. Can't get to it all the way. Thinks the other step. Throws one. Hits a Buffalo player on the bench. 12:07 left first period. Same five. Penny, Day, Ball, Coop, Sink. Face off, tied up in Jay's feet. Kicked out to Buffalo. D to D now. Near side, Coops, or rather far side, Coops picks this up in front of the Fox bench, takes it all the way behind the net. Chips along the day, gets a piece of this, chips it up in the air, out of the zone, glove down by Penny, poked away by Buffalo. Day skates into it though. Day with the hit, frees this up. Penny moves it in deep. D to deep behind Penny. Through the middle, connects in on fake. Chipped in deep. Coops gives chase. Coops picks this up. Rims hard run for ball. Ball ties this up. Buffalo takes it behind the net. Fink seals the body. Off the boards, Day gets a piece of this, ties it up, gets help from ball, chipped out of the zone. Buffalo on it, cuts middle. That shot hits a stick, goes up into the netting. Hartz, Barrington, and Taya, Langen, Kojo. Takes off one to the D. Shot hits a stick. Shot through it, tipped up in the air by Hart. Hart skates this out. He's got Kale with him. Drags a foot. No, and Taya had a back end look at it in front. Comes up to Kojo. Andrew drags around. Tries to move to Kale. Poke free. Comes in front of the Buffalo bench. Puck ripped in deep. Chase cuts this off. Rims it around. Bad bounce. Buffalo maintains Hartz in the corner. Hartz chips up to Antaya. Antaya goes cross ice for Kale. Gets a stick on this. Throws it in deep. Fox changes. Buffalo with it. Off the boards. Cut off by Krochuk. Andrew hits a body. Goes right back to Buffalo in deep. Chase sets this up. Parker reverses all the way around to Dylan. Dylan right here in front of us. Flips in deep. Adams gets Chase far corner. Cycling behind him, Parker steps, uses the skate, frees this up to Adams. Bouncing puck, Ryder drags it around, cycles in deep, hits Parker. Parker, top of the circle, shoots, loose, comes to Buffalo. Buffalo chips around. Icing's waved off, Chase plays this. Cycles for Adams. Adams avoids the hit. Granville skates into it, overskates it. Buffalo with the puck, down below the goal line. Dylan takes away the middle. Buffalo goes up to the point now. Out of the zone, Dylan's going to give chase. Goalie out to play it. Rips this past Dylan. Buffalo flips in deep. Granville gets a stick on this. Fink picks him up. Buffalo shot fanned on into the corner. Granville moves this along. Puck pops right in the middle of Dylan. Dylan's got ball up ahead. Chips. That's going to be gloved down by Buffalo. Braxton on him. Chip past him. Chip past Fink. Kai picks this up at the hash mark. Moves it in front of Chase over to Coops. Back to Fink. Skips off his stick. Coops, or Fink rather, skates this in. Blue line deep. Behind the net. Ball gets chased. We're in past him. Coops steps. Gets a skate on this. Coops picks his pocket. Ball in the middle. Skips off his stick. Comes to Fink. Fink harassed. Just tosses this in deep. Too strong for Penny. Coops steps down for it. Coops rips one. Hits a body. Chips out of the zone. In one-on-one on Fink. Fink takes him wide. Shot over the net. Rims all the way out of the zone. Buffalo picks it up. Chips and hits a body. Pops to Coops. He's taking off this puck. In on Fink. 2-on-1 shot. Chase easy save. Hartz, Antaya, Thornton, Langen, Krochuk. Hartz in to take the draw. It's off 1-5. Langen off the boards. Chipped in on Chase. Chase plays this along for Kale. Kale chips ahead. No icing. Antaya's first one there. Buffalo takes this. Chip past Hartz. Buffalo in deep. Played up in the air, glove down. Langen to Antaya, uses his body. He's got Kale through the middle, skips over his stick. Kale skates into it. In deep. Kale gets chased. Goalie plays this. Icing. 8 minutes exactly left, first period. 0-0 tie. Toishers line out with Delaney and Granville. Buffalo wins this job. It goes right up to Granville. He drops for Dylan. Dylan turns the corner. Fans on this, goes to Ryder. Buffalo takes this out. Parker steps, gets just enough of this. Rips in deep. Fox tags up. Dylan and Ryan in hard after it. Goalie rims this, hits Ryan in the shoulder. Pops free to Adam. Shot goes wide. Delaney reaches over. Parker sends this down. Ryan gets a stick on this. Not enough to slow it down, though. Comes all the way around to Adams. Poke past him. Buffalo with it in front of their bench. Back into the long. Granville steps. That's poke past him deep. Delaney behind Chase. Softly off the board to Dylan. That's poked up in the air by Buffalo. Right back into the corner. Centered. Shot. Chase saves. Granville puts it in the corner for Parker. Off the glass. That's out of the zone. That's going to be an icing. Ball, Penny, Molyneux, Coops, Fink. Face off to the left to Chase. I'll start by Kai. Penny will be thrown out. Easton wins this draw, though. Into the corner. Chips. Ball comes away with it. Out of the zone. Ball still with it. Chipped in deep. Hits the Buffalo player. Penny picks it. Almost drags through at the blue line. Buffalo with it. They regroup in their zone. D to D near side now. Takes a look. Goes it through the middle. Connects at center. Poked by Coops. Bucked down the blue line. Chipped out. Buffalo gloves down in the neutral zone. Penny picks this up. Goes wide to ball. Ball enters with Braxton. Knocked out in the air by Buffalo. Ball seals it up on the wall. Heads up ice. Turns back down low. Chips down for Kai. Kai has it down low. Shot saved. Loose in the middle. Buffalo skates out with it. Buffalo through the middle. Connects. In on Fink. Goes through his legs. Coops sends him wide. Chase shuts the door. Behind the net. Coops and Penny tied up. Comes away to Fink in the corner now. Fink knuckle pucks one ahead for Kai. Kicks it back down low. Buffalo on it. Fink ties him up. Fink doesn't get this. It goes D side. Behind the net. Coops stood up. Penny in to help now. Penny lays the body. Coops pulls the puck out. Rips one ahead to ball. Ball chipped through the middle. He's got Kai. Nice play by the Buffalo D. Steps in front of Kai. Throws it in deep. But out of the play. Day, Hart, Storrington, Langen, Krojok. Face out at center ice. Face off one clean to Buffalo. D with it. Day pressures. Chip past him. And nope, cut off by Krojok through the middle. Doesn't connect with anybody. Goes to the Buffalo D. Goes it off the boards. Chipped in deep. Chase thought about going to play it. Buffalo gets there first. Langen ties the body. Puck down low. Jack gets out from Hartz. He pokes this ahead. Gay tries to chip ahead to Kale. Hits the body. Comes to Hartz. He chips this out. Buffalo sends it right back in. Chase out to play it. Rims this back near side. Tipped off by Buffalo. Sent down low. In the corner. Andrew can't find it. He does now. Day on it. Day over to Langen. Oh, man. Jack taking off that puck. Day with the hit. Turns it away. Buffalo on it. They enter the zone. And on Andrew. Hits him. Poke down deep. Buffalo still with it. Through the middle. Dylan backhands one. Not out. Thrown through the middle. Andrew gives chase behind the net. Picks it up. Far corner. Pokes ahead to Adams. He misses this. Puck pops right to Ryan, though. Ryan and Dylan enter 2-on-2. In the zone. Ryan goes wide. Rolls off his stick into the corner. Buffalo takes this away. Rims near side. Exits now with speed. Dylan lays the body. Puck chipped in. Buffalo beats out the icing. Granville in the corner. Ties this up. Parker tries to rip one out. Hits the Buffalo stick. Turned back away behind Chase. JG after it's not going to get there. Buffalo there first. He ties him up. Gets help from Ryan. Puck thrown back into the scrum. Parker comes away with it behind Chase. Parker to Dylan. D goes down. Dylan can't break it out cleanly. Taken away from him. Poked past Granville. All the way into the other corner, though. Far corner. Ryan with the hit. Puck rim. Near corner now. Dylan hacks at it. It's not going to get it. Delaney, Granville, Jack with a hit. Puck pops to Ryan behind the net. Ryan rips one off the glass. Buffalo can play this, so no icing. That'll get a change. In the middle, Parker steps. That's poked in behind him. Chase thought about playing it. Granville's going to pick it up. Far corner, takes behind the net. Cycles to himself. Goes down, though. Parker skates into it. Parker rips through the middle. Hits ball. Skips off his stick. To Kai. Kai ahead to Penny. Poked away by Buffalo. Rip back in deep. Chase out to play it. Backhands one along for Granville. It hits him and goes back behind the net to Parker. Parker rims one near side now. Kai gets a stick on this. Chipped out. Buffalo catches it at the red line. Throws it right back in. This is odd Chase. He's just going to cover. Nope. Throws it behind the net for Fink. Fink off the glass over Kai's head. Buffalo red line. Right back in deep. Chase doesn't get there. Puck rolls all the way around. Coops good stick. The ball. Ball kicks to himself. Turned over. Buffalo in the middle, drop pass, shot. Chase fights this off, still loose. Another shot, Chase saves. Puck in the corner. Penny with a hit, cycles it behind the net. Too long for Coops. Costa picks it up near corner, off the glass. Kai lets this go, but not out. Kai with a hit, Coops with the puck. Fink skates over in front of the Fox bench, backhands this along. Fox forwards get a change. Behind the play, connects for Buffalo. Shot and Chase club save. It's off one by Buffalo, up to the point. A lot of space. Shot, Chase, save, cover. Face off one. Buffalo. Throwing in deep. Dylan's the first one there. Nope, Buffalo takes it. Rim down deep behind Ryan. Center pass taken away by Andrew. Puts it back in the corner. Buffalo gets there. Langan on the body. Cycled. Ryan picks it off. Rips off his stick, though, back to Buffalo. Behind the net. Andrew gets chased. Buffalo gets there first. Skids it into the corner. Andrew and Ryan. Buffalo up to the point now. Shot through. Hits a body. Goes wide. Langan's going to get a penalty here for a slash. Oh, we're going to go 5-on-5, so. Looks like both. We got offsetting penalties here. It's up one by Buffalo. Delaney steps. Broken stick for Buffalo. Granville cycles around for Parker. Rolling puck. Parker corrals it. Takes the hit. Scoops to the head. Not out of the zone. In behind Chase. Granville on the corner for it. Granville with a little bit of time. Goes it off the glass. Buffalo D to D. Day almost brought this back in. Poked away by Parker. Parker cycles behind the net for Langan, or for Krochov. Geez, though, for Granville, that's not iced. It is iced. Face off, won by Braxton, but Buffalo gets there first. Tied up, poked around. Buffalo side of the net, fans on it in front. That's out of the zone. Tie on him, doesn't get there. Bounce pass. Fink throws it right into the body, gets poked past him in deep. Cycles it right to Buffalo. Penny with a hit, takes him down. Puck comes to Kai. Kicks ahead to Fink through the middle. Over the ball, 45 seconds left. Easton doesn't get there. Buffalo G to D. Kai picks this up. He's got Penny with him. Kai drags around. Backhander save. Center's one. Ball wasn't ready for it. But top free. In deep on Fink. He plays the body. Fink taken down, but he stuffs the rush. Kai with it behind the net now. 25 seconds. Kai throws this down. Glove down by Buffalo. Rips in deep. Chase out to play it. Gets there. Rips ahead for Kai. Kai takes a look. Soft chip ahead for Ryan. Ryan skates into this. Enters with Ryder. Ryan cuts middle. Shoots over the net. Big rebound. Comes to Ryan and Ryder behind the net. Buffalo breaks out. Chipped in behind Dylan. Dylan gets back. Takes this away. That will do it for the period. Ryan, Dylan, Ryder, Andrew Langen. 0-0, second period. Puck's tied up, won by Buffalo. Dylan skates into it though. Tries to poke around, doesn't. Langen on it, rips in deep. Dylan tags up, box in after it. Goalie out to play it. Ryan hard after it, chipped around him. Connects, backhanded, not in the zone. Andrew steps, chips, hits a body, goes to Ryan to Ryder. Ryder tries to cut through the middle, taking off his stick, back behind the net now. Buffalo with it, chips around, right into the skate of Buffalo. Drops, connects, cuts middle, shot, save, loose. That's up in the air. Ryder gets a piece of this, still loose. Andrew skates that out, up to the point, turned over. Ripped down deep. Buffalo gets there, far side. Cycle down low. Ryan picks him up. Buffalo still with it at pass mark. Cycle in deep. Skips over the stick, goes in the near side corner now. Langen ties him up. Jack with the hit. Andrew skates in for it. Gets a piece of this. Buffalo takes the rest of it though. Side of the net. Chase pokes this away. Ryan on it now. Ryan skates out near side. Soft chip through the middle for Dylan. That's going to be a little too far. Icing. Dylan needed 5 more feet to catch that puck. Thornton and Taya Hartz. Granville Duraney. D-zone draw here to the right of Chase. Clean win by Hartz into the corner for Granville. Granville off the glass. Kale and Antea combined, kicked in by Buffalo though. Puck off free to Intea. Hart has a swipe at it. Buffalo skates it out. And back into the zone now on Jack. Drags around him. Taken off his puck by puck. Oh! Penny, Adams, Poop, Pink. Fox to the PK. Duraney for a trip. D to D. Adams pressures. Puck up to the point. Penny pressures. That's poked around him. Poops out for it. Gets by him, but it's out of the zone. Buffalo wheels. Enters the zone. Poops pokes this away. Up in the air. Adams gloves it down. Pops to Penny. Poked away by Buffalo. Flipped out of the zone now. Penny on the forecheck. Turns him away. Adams. Penny splits him. Pass doesn't connect. Buffalo enters the zone now, though. Oops. Body takes this. Soft chip. Not going to get out. Penny with the pressure. Fink with the puck now. Fink hits a skate. Adams pokes this free. Penny, red line. Flips in deep. Torrington and Taya approach off Langen now. Puck chipped in deep by Buffalo. Drop pass. Shot. Wide. That rims around. Drop down low. Buffalo. Up to the point now. Nope. Cycles in deep. Down low. Buffalo with it. Tied up by Langen. Backhands this. Hits Intea. Oh, he fans on it though. Langen skates this out. Chucks it in deep. Kale gives chase. Intea cycles in now. Buffalo connects. Drop pass. Hits Kale's stick out of the zone. Kale gives chase. Kale skates in this. Knocked off his stick. Puck in the corner. Kale ties it up. Buffalo exits now with numbers. Good hit by Dillon. Freezes up. Buffalo enters the zone. 2 seconds. That will do it. Even strength now. Fox kills this off. Puck out of the zone. Dillon gives chase. Big kill there for Fox. Puck in deep. Chase cycles this back. Ryan on it. Poked off his stick. Comes to Buffalo to the point. Held in. Dillon pops out. Puck rim down low. Near side corner now. Buffalo ties this up. Chips it back behind the net to the far corner. Not Adams. Crozier gets Chase. Pink one hand swipes this away. Go right to the D. Pops out in the slot shot. Chase, it's tucked in there. Ooh, man. That shot went 5-hole. Chase closed the legs at the last second. Adams pops behind him to make sure it doesn't squirt through. Fox kills the penalty and the rush. 13 minutes left in the second. 0-0 tie. Ball, Penny, Molyneux, Duraney, Granville. Penny wins this draw. Duraney off the glass. It's over the head. Goes to Kai. Kai overskates this. Oh, offsides. Rolling puck. Kai just could not corral it. Took himself in offsides. He was off to the races with another. I think with ball. Penny in to take the draw. Braxton thrown out. Ball in to take the draw now. Wins this clean to Granville. Granville skates it in. Blue line deep. High gets chase. Far corner. Chipped around him. Duraney steps. Keeps this in. Poked around him. Now ball on the back check. Swipes this away. Attaboy baller. Duraney up to Kai. Gets ripped right back in. Penny on the D side with it. Braxton over to Granville. Granville off the boards for ball. Not out of his zone. Right back down low. Chase pulls this off the wall. Soft over to Durante. Durante back behind Chase for Granville. Granville back to Parker. Parker to Kai. Nope. Doesn't get out. Up in the air. Buffalo, or no, Durante on it now. Ball goes in deep. Taken away by Buffalo. Good hit by Parker in on the forecheck. Hartz picks up Parker on the D zone. Stops this. Hits the lineman skate. Turned in deep. Buffalo with it. Up in the air on Chase. Bouncing puck. Chase corrals it. Covers it. Nope. Plays it ahead. Comes up to Kale. Kale in behind the D. Shoots. Oh! Blocker save. Through the middle. Puck down deep on Buffalo. Kale rips this out. It's going to be an icing. Dang it. Oh, fuck me. You're going to penalty on Fox. Not sure for Kale's going to the box for a trip. Chase with a gear issue here, getting his leg pad back on. Dylan, Ryan, Andrew, Parker. Go to the box for a trip. One out to Dylan. Dylan gives chase. Dylan picks this up at the red line. Takes a look. Oh, off this puck. Dylan in now. Cycles out. Ryan in behind him. Buffalo behind the net with it. Dylan picks him up through the middle. Connects near side. In on Andrew. Goes wide. Goes the right side. Minute 30 left in the PK. Down low. Puck skips off a stick. Andrew swipes at it. Goes down low. Duraney with the hit. Frees this up. Shot through the middle. Hits a body. Buffalo player goes down. Throws this out. That's out of the zone. Buffalo regroups in the neutral zone. Ryan changes behind the play. Penny on. 5-on-3 until Braxton gets in the play. Poke free by Dylan. Braxton has a swipe at it. Buffalo keeps it in. Chip down to the bumper. Oh, man. Bats this out of midair. Chase makes the save. Andrew Parker, not out. Minute left on the PK. Up to the point. Down low. Tipped wide. Buffalo with it. Down low. Parker gets there first. Shot goes through the slot. Save. Braxton. Oh, no. He fans on it. Had a chance to chip it out. Centering pass. Loose. Shot. Chase. Split. Save. Loose behind the net. Side of the net. Chase covers. Scramble saved by Hanrahan in the crease. Keeps this knotted up. 34 seconds left. I think we're going to get the ice cut now. All right, welcome back to the second half here. Scoreless duel, 0-0. 8:33 left, second period. Fox still on a PK, 34 seconds left on Kale's penalty. Henny and Intea, Crochant, Langen. And we got an open door next to the Fox bench. Henny and to take the draw. Face off, Buffalo. To the point. Connects. Centering pass, loose in the middle. Shot, Chase saves. In the corner, Crochant coming. Andrew off, not out. Penny gets that out though. And Taya gives chase. 15 seconds left on the penalty to Kale. Penny's not going to get their puck chip through the middle. Andrew steps, goes it in deep. 5 seconds left on the penalty. Ripped into the zone by Buffalo. Langen takes this away. Even strength. Ryan with the hit. Adams and Teuscher. Still tied up here. In the zone now, Buffalo tries to drag it through. Turns over to Adams. Adams exits by himself, throws in deep. Gives chase, far corner. D change behind the play. Duraney and Coops. Nope, Duraney and Granville out now. Parker steps in front of the Fox bench, rims in deep. Goalie gets a piece of this. Ryan down for it in the corner, cycles it to himself, avoids the hit, rims it up top to Granville, sends one through, hits a Buffalo player, goes into the corner. Centering pass taken by Buffalo out of the zone. Dylan steps, gets a stick on this. Chase plays this up ahead to Ryder. Ryder tips to D-Ray. Duraney enters the zone. He's got Braxton driving the middle. Slides one through. Toe save. Loose in the corner. Buffalo's got numbers. Granville gets a piece of this. Throws this in deep. Avoids disaster there. Buck in deep. Off the skate. Fink. Chips ahead. Out of the zone. Ball gets chased in the corner. Ties him up. Ball with the hit. Puts him down. Puck in the corner with Buffalo though. Guy gets a stick on this. Puck chipped in deep. Pass. Oops. First one there. Swipes at it. Misses. Gets back for it. Fink rims this far side. Ty doesn't get there. Penny gets it though. Braxton chips around one. Chips around another. Takes it behind the net. Up for ball. Ball cross ice. Taken by Buffalo. Thrown in deep. Oops on it. Oska reverses to Fink. Fink on his backhand. Skips off his stick. Poked down low by Buffalo through the middle, taken away by Coops. Puck back in the corner, Buffalo on it, cycled in deep. Penny with the hit, frees this up. Buffalo with it though. Penny ties him up. Fink in to help, swipes at it, doesn't get it. Buffalo still with it, Braxton with the hit. Fink loses his stick. Puck rides up the wall, now back down in the corner for Buffalo. Side of the net, Fink with a hit, freezes up through the middle. Kai and ball. Knocked the stick out of the D's hand. Kai skates this in. Ty drugged down. Now we get a call, finally. Fox will go to the power play here. First one of the game. Only took about 30 minutes of gameplay from them to finally call Buffalo on something. Dylan, Ryan, Ryder, Andrew Parker. Ryan didn't take the draw. Clean win. Parker sauces one to Andrew. Andrew up top for Parker. Parker Andrew. Ryan. Top of the circle. Ryan. Bumper. Skips over Dylan's stick. Poke pass. Andrew. One-on-one with Ryan. Ryan sends him wide. Loose. Rolling puck. Side of the net. Andrew with it. Delays. Comes out now. Drops for Ryan. Ryan off the boards. Skates into it. Cuts through the middle. Knocked off his stick. Has to regroup at the red line. Sauces one for Dill. Dylan backhands one in deep. Hits the linesman skate. Comes back to Dylan. Dylan at the red line. Slides this in deep. Gives chase. Dylan around. Dylan picks it up himself. Goes behind the goal line. Got Andrew up top. Slides it to him. Andrew over to Parker. Parker sends one down low. Gets through the Ryder. Ryder rims it back up top for Parker. Parker down low at the goal line now. Takes a look. Moves it behind the net for Ryder. Right back to Parker. Parker taking off this puck. Buffalo can't get this out. Hits Parker in the knee. Parker poked off his stick. Gets it back. Slides one to Andrew. Andrew walks down. A lot of space. Down for Ryder. Tries to send one through to Dylan. Tied up. Goalie kicks the net off for a whistle. Langen and Krochonk, Molyneux, Penny, ball. Face off one by Buffalo. Andrew ties the stick. Puck rims up to Kai at the point. He settles it. Drops it down for Andrew. Andrew through the middle to Langen. Langen with it. Over to Andrew. Skips off his stick. 30 seconds left on the power play. Andrew backhands one to Kai. Kai walks down, shot, blocked, goes wide. Andrew gets there in the corner, rolling puck. Coach off with it. Takes it behind the net. Takes a look, moves it up to Kai. Kai down to Penny. Penny takes a look. Tries to slide one through the feet. Comes right back to him. Now goes to Kai. Jack calling for it, far side. Kai gives it to him. Top of the circle. Jack shot is blocked. Comes right back to him. 5 seconds left. Shot's blocked again. Puck chipped out of the zone. Andrew picks this up. Buffalo peels off the penalty. Moves it to Kai. Kai enters. Tries to drag around. Puck knocked into the corner. Kai with the hit. Penny with the puck. Got ball in the middle. Can't get one to him. Rolling puck. Comes to Easton behind the net. Ball. Skates it all the way out. Sends one through. Loose. Side of the net. Kai shoots. Save twice. Through the middle. And one-on-one on Costa. Drags around Costa. Langen picks it up. Shot over the net. Buffalo with it. Rim down deep. Behind the net, Penny ties him up. Up in the corner. Jay forces him back down low. Side of the net. Chase hits the post. Spin shot. Doesn't make it through. Hoops. Today, not out. Langen picks this up. Slides one. Doesn't get out. Kai can't skate into this. Rimmed all the way around. Chase doesn't get there. Buck in the corner for Day. Going through the middle. Kai flips this out of the zone for an ice. And Taya, Hart, Storrington, Deraney, Granville. .210 left, second period rather. Scoreless game. Hart's in to take the draw. For the right of Chase. There's up one in Granville's feet. Behind that, Chase pokes this away. Jack takes it. Shot through, hits Granville, I think. Kale blocks this in his feet, down low. Back door, doesn't connect. It's out of the zone. And Taya gives chase. Buffalo picks this up. Off the boards, Kale knocks this down. Pokes this in deep. And Taya gloves it down, gets a stick. That was not offsides, but okay. Same 5. Face up 1 deep. Buffalo with a D to D. Through the middle. Shift in. Durant gets a stick on this. And Teo with it. Backhands it to the D. Buffalo through the middle. Hits a stick. Thrown in deep. Chase out to play it. Sets this up. Brings it around. Rides the dasher. Skips through the middle. Right to Kale. Kale backhands one to Antea. Jake and Kale. Antea pokes it in deep. Kale gets Chase. Gets there first. Slides in, but Buffalo's D takes it. Through the middle. Parker gets a stick on this. Not enough of it, though. In behind Parker. In a Chase. Chase makes a paddle save. Puck down deep. Buffalo with it. Down low. Up to the point. Wide. Hits a body. Parker skates out with it. Parker's got Kale with him. Moves it to Kale. Kale's got Ryan with him. Goes right back to Kale. Gah! Poked up ahead. Icing arm is up. And not called. Puck ahead to Ryan. Ryan backhands one in deep. Ryan gives chase. Picks it up. Ryan shoots. Hits the shoulder up into the netting. Face off. Tied up. Ryan pokes it to the middle. Dylan step. Plays the body. Buffalo plays the puck. Turned over in the zone. Poke through. Buffalo drags it in. In on Andrew. Goes wide. Around the net. Andrew pushes him wide. 15 seconds left in the period. Langen ties him up. Kicks the puck ahead. Right to Buffalo, though. Buffalo rides it down the wall. Shot goes behind the net. Dylan gives chase. 7 seconds left. Dylan with the hit. That puck's out of the zone. Ryder pressures him. That will do it for the period. All right, start of the third period, still 0-0. Penny, Ball, Molyneux, Langen, Krochel. Hanrahan and net. Face off one by Buffalo. D with it. Kai on the forecheck. Turns him away. Easy Kai. God. Kai goes for a hook or a hold. Yep, a hold. Matea joins Penny, Langen, and Krochel. Face off one by Braxton. Puck hits the linesman, though. Buffalo with it. Down low now. Rides it down behind the net. Andrew gets chased. Buffalo with it behind the net. Buffalo gets there. Andrew ties him up. Moved by Braxton and Taya out of the zone. Buffalo with it. B-side through the middle. Connects. Braxton forces a bad pass through the middle. Braxton cycles down. Now in Taya picks him up. Through the middle. That connects. And on Langen. Side of the net. Behind the net. Centering pass that hits Andrew. Up in the air. Glove down by Buffalo. That's out. D to D connects. Through the middle. 1:15 left. And Taya gets a change. Kale's out. Through the middle. That connects. Shot. Scores. Bad turnover by Fox. Buffalo completes the power play. Hart, Day, Torrington, Granville, Delaney. Takes off. Hale pulls it to Delaney. Goes through his feet. Parker sends him wide. Shot. Chase fights this off. Loose in front. Day skates into it. Throws it right up to the point, though. Buffalo gets this. Parker on it. Off the boards. Hale gets a stick on this. Gets the rest of it to Hart's. Overskates it, though. Parker backhands this along. Kicked out. Nope. Parker back on this. He skates it out. Through the middle. No icing. Behind the net, Liam lifts the stick. Takes the puck. In the middle. Can't get it to Kale. Hart's shot. Loose. Down low for Day. Day cycles one. Comes to Kale. Down to a knee. Keeps this in. And on Granville. Granville swipes at it. Gets this. Off the boards. Kale gloves this down. Throws it through the middle for Hartz. Hartz enters the zone. He's got Day with him. Hits Day. Day drags around. Day loose behind the net. Liam still on it. Drops it. Picked off. Buffalo with it. Ryan's line out now through the middle. Chipped in on Chase. In the corner. Chase plays this. Rips up to the point. Shot. Blocked. Up in the air. Glove down. Hit Coops in front. Buffalo picks this up. Coops ties him up. Kicks it free. Puts it right back in the scrum. Now kicks it up the boards for Fink. Fink lifts the stick. Skates into it. Through the hands. Fink's pass. Misses everybody. Goes to Buffalo. Chipped off the boards and deep. That should be an icing. It is. Boyser, Adams, Lakefield, Coops, Fink. Face off one by Buffalo. Chipped out of the zone. Fink beats this down at the blue line. Kicked in. Turned over. 1-on-2 on Coops. Dylan gets back. Evens it up. Shot over the net. Buffalo gets there first. Rims it in deep behind the net. Coops steps down. Fink takes away the middle. Puck comes up to the point. Shot wide. Loose. Hits a body in front. Pops to Adams. Ryder's got Dylan. Flips through the middle. Cut off. Still in the zone. Now up. Bouncing puck over Ryan's stick. He corrals it, though. He enters offsides with Dylan. Penny, Ball, Kai, Krochok, Langen. Ball to take the draw. Tied up. 1-3 to Buffalo. Through the middle. Buffalo on it. Chip through the middle. Connects in on Chase. Chase with a major save. Puck thrown out. Puck rimmed around by Buffalo. Near side. Through the middle. Hits the linesman. Turned over in front. Buffalo pulls it out of the zone. High gives Chase. Puck pop free by Ball. Buffalo exits on Andrew. In on Chase. Covers. Hartson, Taya, Day, Delaney, Granville. Buffalo wins this draw. D with it. Shot past Taya, goes over to Day, far board. Day skates into this, throws it through the middle, taken by Buffalo. Buffalo throws it right back in deep. Delaney gets chased. Parker doesn't get there. Swiped along by Buffalo, far corner. Granville picks him up. Tight turn. Buffalo with it. Shot goes wide. D gets there, holds it in. Chipped all the way in deep. Granville gets beat to this puck. Buffalo cycles it in behind him. Hart's with a hit behind the goal line. Delaney with it. Parker doesn't get all of this. Turned over to the deep. Deep pitches it back in deep. Hart's kicks this. Tight turn behind the net to himself. Day's got it. Taya up ahead. Glove down. Jake enters by himself. Jake shoots. Save. Puck down low. Day ridden off that puck. Nope, Hart's rather. Shot down low. This Hart's and Taya Thornton line has generated a ton of chances. A couple breakaways haven't been able to connect on one. Granville ties up, gets help from Hart's. Buffalo takes this. Granville right back in the scrum. Buffalo escapes with it. Hart's with the body, ties up. Down low for Parker. Parker off the board. Dylan gets a toe on this. Hart's is exhausted, though. He can't skate into it. Turn right back in. Hart's a Day change behind the play. We're going to get offsides here. Dylan, Ryan, Ryder, Andrew, Jack. It's off, tied up. Goes to Andrew. Andrew picks it up on the boards. Off the end board for Langen. Langen with a little bit of space. To a Ryder, misses him. Buffalo sends it great in deep. Chase plays it behind the net, picks it up off the boards for Andrew. He takes a look, rims it around for Jack. Jack tries to swipe it along, can't. Comes back to Andrew behind the net. He escapes with it. Andrew exits, moves it to Ryder to Ryan. Ryan poked off his stick, overskated by Andrew. Dylan gets back, evens it up 2-on-2. Buffalo around Langen, cuts the middle. Andrew takes this away through the middle. Ryan on it now. Ryan near side. Pokes it free. Buffalo throws it right back in. Glove down by Andrew. Goes to Chase. Dylan calling for it. Andrew broke his stick trying to get it out of the zone. Turned over to Buffalo. They enter 2-on-2. Shot. Chase blockers that all the way out of the zone. Rimmed in deep. Chase doesn't get there. Fink won't either. Buffalo keeps this in. Down deep. Out of the zone. Shot way wide. Ball in the corner. Cycles it too far for Langen. Penny with the hit. Puck comes to Easton. Easton with a little bit of room. Skates this out. Easton enters with Fink. Easton goes wide. He's got Penny in the middle. Gets it to Kai and his feet. Kai shoots, save. Sorry, Angie. Andy, if you're watching, there's another $300 bill. Penny, Molyneux, Ball, Fink, Coops. Buffalo goalie with an equipment issue. Penny in and out. Ties this up, kicks it free to Coops. Coops to Fink. Fink sends one down that hits a glove, goes behind the net. Penny gets Chase, battles. Ty and Penny turned over to Buffalo. Buffalo exits now. In on Coops. Pitched in around him. Fink gives Chase. Fink picks this up behind Chase. Turned over to Buffalo. Coops gets there, ties him up. Buffalo turns the corner. Fink pokes it away to Kai. Kai rips one, picked off through the middle. Buffalo Kai gets back, breaks up that pass. Coops on it behind the net, rips on the ball. Ball, got Kai streaking ahead, poked off his stick. Coops throws one here in front of us, bounces off the boards. Buffalo chips in. That was offsides, yep. Hearts with Antea and Thornton, Duraney and Granville. Clean in by Buffalo. Over to the D. Hits Kale. Gets in deep, though, in Granville's feet. Hartz throws it ahead to Kale. Kale goes wide, throws the brakes on. Cycles it in deep for Antea. Antea picks this up, cycles it back for Kale. Kale centers one, hits the skate, goes up to Parker. Parker with space, sends one through, tipped, hits the net. Hartz with a hit, frees this up. Buffalo behind the net. Kale gives chase, right into the ref. Puck's ice down. That was an icing. Had his arm up, but we'll play along. Puck in the corner. Parker pokes this. Buffalo takes it. Cycled in deep. In Granville's feet. Hartz tries to get there. Buffalo takes it. Shot. Chase glove save. Come on, boys. Face off to the left to Chase. 8:33 left. Buffalo wins this. Ryder picks it out, though. Turned over, down low. Buffalo with it. Langen, he gets back. Slides it right into the Buffalo wing. Andrew comes away with the D side. Andrew behind the net. Throws the brakes on. Takes a look. Goes to Langen. Langen through the middle. Picked off. Buffalo enters in on Andrew. Andrew sends him wide. Chase shot. Save. Dylan, Ryan, Ryder, Andrew, Jack. Face off, Buffalo. Slid down deep. Behind Chase. Andrew on him. Cycled in behind him. Side of the net. Ooh, centering pass. It's a backhand. Doesn't connect. Puck in the corner. Langen gets Chase. He's not going to get there. Thrown through the middle by Buffalo out of the zone. Dylan pressures in the neutral zone. Buffalo rips it right down deep. Chase cuts this off. Leaves it for Jack. Langen comes out far side. 2-4 for Buffalo. It's rimmed around. Dylan picks this up. Dylan with a little bit of space through the middle. Dylan pulls it ahead to himself. Dylan goes wide. That's poked up his stick. Dylan still with it. Centers for Ryan. Ryan backhand. Ryder chips it over the net. Ryan with it. Backhands along for Ryder. Back to Ryan. Behind the net to Dylan. Centering pass. Misses. Ryder with it. Adams. Around one, around two. Flutters one over to Fink. He walks down. Shoots. Misses the corner. Comes to Coops. Coops rips this down for Dale. Dylan behind the net. Dylan centers one. He's taking off this puck. Buffalo with it. Poked away by Adams. Comes to Buffalo through the middle. Coops over to Fink. Fink to Ryan. Ryan tied up. Picked his pocket. Comes to Costa. Costa. D to Fink. Fink enters. Throws it in deep. Kai gives chase. Ripped around by Buffalo right to D right. Parker to Fink. Fink needs to change here. He hasn't been able to get one yet. Turned over. Nope, gets it through to Kai. Poked along. Buffalo with it. Kai seals the blue line. It's in his feet. Doesn't get much on this pass. Taken by Buffalo. D to D. Fink still stuck out there. Kai on the back check. Fink takes him into the corner. Good play by Jack. Turns him away. Cycled in behind him and Penny. Rims all the way around. D right. Far corner. Picks it up. Goes D side. Chips it back to Jack. Fink with a little bit of room off the glass. Buffalo could have played that. They better not call a night. Thornton, Hartz, and Taya. Lang and Krochok. Face off to the left to Chase. Face off, win to Langen. Off the glass, goes for Antea, gloves it down. Chipped in deep. Antea gives chase. Cycled in behind him. Kale picks him up. Gets passed around him. Chips through the middle. Connects. Buffalo in with numbers. Andrew gets that poke around him. Gets it back. Chase with the save behind the net. Buffalo. Poke. Nope. Kale pushes him down low. Langen behind the goal line with it. Chip far side down. Near side. Rimmed all the way around. Antea steps out. Buffalo still with it. Through the middle, connects, shot blocked by Hartz. Antea on it, backhands one, glove down by Buffalo. Moved back in, pitched in on Chase. He gloves it. Langen with it. Got Ryan up ahead, hits him. Ryan through the contact, goes wide, too far. Buffalo takes it. Chip past Dylan, in on D-Ray, he pokes that away. In front of the Buffalo bench, D to D, in front of the goal now. Through the middle, 5 minutes left. That should be an icing, and is. Exactly 5 minutes left to play here, third period. Fox trailing 1-0. Face off one to Dylan. He throws it down low. Nobody home, though. The board cut off by Adams at the blue line. Dylan turns on it. Rolling puck. Poked away from Ryan. Steals the body. Gets help from Parker here at the blue line. Dylan tries to pull this ahead. Parker tied up. Buffalo D takes it. Chip pass slider. Parker with a stick lift. Dylan turns on it. Tries to backhand one to Ryan. Comes to Coops. Coops through the feet to Ryan. Ryan cuts middle through the contact. He's got Dylan and Parker with him. Good play by the D. Takes this away. Buffalo turns now with numbers. Poked in deep. Chase sets this up for Andrew. Andrew ahead to Adams. Adams in deep. Fox gets a change. Rimmed around. Penny pokes at this. Doesn't get there. Chip past Kai in on Langen. Buffalo gets back on sides. Jack pokes this. Turned over to Braxton. Braxton's got Kai. Oh, he missed communication with the ball. Puck rimmed around. Poked in on net. Chase paddles this down. Plays it side of the net for Andrew. Andrew behind the net. Chips to Kai. Kai gathers. Knuckle pucks one over to Langen. Langen enters. Drops the ball. Ball sends one through. Glove save. Big rebound. Nobody there. Langen gets a stick on this, slows it down, tosses it in deep, hits the ref, no, hits the linesman. Penny with the stick lift, drops the ball, ball kicks to himself, skates too far. Ball with it, takes the drop, skates it all the way around, shot, wide. Comes to Fink at the hash mark. Fink down low for Kai. Oh, it's got to go back to Fink right away. Comes the ball, skips his stick. Buffalo's going to break this out. Oh, in deep. Fox gets another change. Hartz and Thornton over the board. Kai still out there. Kai in his feet, rips in deep. Kale gives chase. Goalie out to play it. Buffalo with it through the middle. Hits Parker. Flipped in deep to Chase. Chase gets a piece of this, slows it down. Buffalo takes it behind the net, side of the net. Kale gets there, takes it back behind the net. Kale skates this out. Puck passes one to Antea. Antea tries to go back to Kale, misses him. Jake skates into it, though. Jake through the middle. Antea poked off his stick, up in the air. Kale gets there, gloves this down at the blue line. Ties it up, gets poked past him. Through the middle, doesn't connect. Buffalo steps into it, rips in deep. Chase plays it. Good talk by Kale. He switches. Kale shields the body, lifts the stick. Puck pops out. Hartz. That line changes. Dylan, Ryan, Ryder out now. Kale stuck out. Hasn't been able to change that to get Ryder out. Now he goes off. Dylan, Ryan, Ryder, Parker, Langen. Chase rims this around. He's got Dylan with space. He's got Ryder up ahead. Soft chip's going to be gloved down. Puck ripped in deep. Chase stops this. Behind the net. Centering pass, shot. Chase shuts the door. Up to the point now. Down low. Chipped wide. Ryan with it. 1:50 left in the game. Fox probably looking for a whistle to get a timeout and get set up here for this last-ditch effort. Parker on it. Chips through to Dylan. Dylan overskates this. Stays in. No. Buffalo exits. No, they don't. Dylan diving effort. Doesn't keep this in. Chase is out of the net. 5-on-6 hockey here. 1:20 left. Andrew retreats. Over to Parker. Parker skates this in. Goes wide. Around the D. Parker too far. Tied up. Puck pops free. Buffalo backhands this along the board to Andrew. Andrew knocked down. Puck thrown out of the zone. Parker's going to have to hurry. Shot. Scores. Face off, one in deep. Chase out to play it. Hoops to Fink. Day gloves this down. Skates it in. Offsides. Made a move at the blue line, and Teo was going in full speed. Penny, Ball, Thornton now. Face off, one to Buffalo. D to D. Hits tail stick. Woo! That was close. .4 left. The .9. Face off. Tail chips to Fink. Fink rims in deep. Penny gives chase hard. Goalie plays it to the near side deep. Through the middle. Tail cuts this off. Keeps this in. Bats it in deep. Glove down by the D. Out of the zone. Back door taken by Ball. Ball skates into this. He's got Kale with him. Sauces one. Oh, tried to get it behind the D to Kale, but couldn't. Buffalo's going to take this. That will do it for the game. Buffalo with a 2-0 win over Fox. Great hockey game. Fox just couldn't capitalize on their chances. Buffalo got one late and got an empty netter. Two evenly matched teams that I'm sure will see each other again in the playoffs. Fox back at home next weekend. 2 league games. I believe Honda and Bell Tire. Both games right around noon. One Saturday, one Sunday. And then off for Thanksgiving. So hopefully we'll see you all at Southside next weekend.